Hey kiddos, Miss Wallace here. I just wanted to go over a few tools with you that we are going to be using in science, and you may have access to some of these at home. Some of them you may not, but I just wanted to go over these because you will have a quiz this week, and I want to make sure that you see these tools and that you understand the difference between some of them, okay? The first one is a beaker. So this is a glass beaker. A lot of times we use plastic ones in the lab just because plastic and they won't break if we drop them. But a beaker is designed to mix or even heat liquids. So obviously for heating, we want to use glass. That way it's not going to melt. You're going to see there are graduation marks on here that allow you to measure a liquid. But for instance, on this one, we have, it's a 300 milliliter and it's got 25 milliliter graduation marks. So we see 50 up to 100, and then it has a little mark in between. So we would only be able to measure every 25 milliliters, not real accurate, right? Say, for instance, I wanted you to measure 27 milliliters. Couldn't do that with the beaker. So I could use another tool, and this is called a graduated cylinder. Cylinder because of the shape, right? Graduated because it has these little graduation marks. This is a 50 milliliter graduated cylinder, and so it would allow me to go all the way from 0 all the way up to 50 milliliters. So if I said I need you to measure 27 milliliters of water, that could very easily be done here, okay, because it has these accurate markings. Something else that you hopefully used last year in 4th grade. This is a triple beam balance. It's a triple because you see these 3 beams here, okay? And so we have our little sliding weights. This is the 1 gram bar. This is the 100 grams bar in the middle. And back here in the back, we have the 10 gram bar. So we would just slide it over to find the mass. We would add up the 3 numbers to find the mass of the object that we put here on the pan. One important thing when you carry a triple beam balance, you always carry it by the base. You never carry it by the top because that can actually mess up the calibration. 2 more things I want to talk to you about. The difference between an aquarium and a terrarium, okay? So an aquarium, we know, has fish. It has seahorses, jellyfish, things that are marine-based. They have to live in water, okay? That's an aquarium. Aqua, meaning water. A terrarium is T-E-R-R, meaning terrestrial. That means any animal that would live on land. So you would find snakes, turtles, lizards, crabs that would live in a terrarium. They still need some water to survive in order to drink, but they're not living solely in the water, okay? And the reason why I want to make sure you understand the difference is a lot of times on STAR-related tests, they'll give you a question and they'll have an example of a terrarium, and it'll say something about the organism that lives in it. So you need to understand first and foremost, well, what is a terrarium? It could be a glass or a plastic container. Usually you're going to see sand or soil in the bottom. You could put some shells in there. You could have little pieces of tree stumps in there. Have a little bowl of water for that organism to live. Okay, so those are just a few things I wanted to make sure that you knew about before you take your quiz this week. I hope you're all doing well.